Did you know the guy who invented Scrabble was an out-of-work architect during the Great Depression, and the big game companies rejected him? Twice? Yeah. Everyone said, this word game thing will never sell. Cut to today. Scrabble has sold over 150 million sets worldwide, and it's in like a third of American homes. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how to play Scrabble, the setup, the rules, the scoring, those sneaky bonus squares, and how words even count. Whether you're a total beginner, a kid, or someone dragged into family game night, stick around. Alright, so here's the deal with Scrabble. It's basically a crossword puzzle, except you get to make it up as you go. Sounds simple, right? But wait till you hear about the bingo rule that can hand you 50 free points out of nowhere. So, first things first, what do you even need? You need the board, obviously. You need those little tile racks. Think of them like a shelf that holds your letters so your opponents can't see them. And you need the bag of tiles, 100 of them, each one a letter, each one worth a different number of points. Here's how you set up. Dump all 100 tiles in the bag, give everybody a rack, and everyone reaches in blind and grabs one tile. Whoever's letter is closest to A goes first. Oh, and funny rule, a blank tile actually beats everything, even an A. Put that tile back, mix everything up again, and now each player draws 7 tiles for real. Keep them hidden, no peeking allowed, we're not animals. Real quick, if this is your first time here, welcome. This channel is all about breaking down board games and card games into stuff literally anyone can understand. No jargon, no confusing rulebooks, just plain talk. If that's useful, hit subscribe and drop a like. Okay, so now everyone's got 7 letters. What now? On your turn, you gotta build one word using at least one of your tiles. But here's the catch. The very first word of the whole game has to be at least 2 letters long and cross that star square smack in the middle of the board. Words in Scrabble only go 2 directions, left to right or top to bottom. No diagonals, no backwards, no upside-down cleverness, sorry. After that first word, every single word after has to connect to a tile that's already on the board. Kind of like you're building one giant connected crossword puzzle together. Here's where it gets fun. Sometimes when you place your tiles, you're not just making one word, you're making 2 or 3 at once. And get this, you score points for every word you create, and if a letter's part of 2 words, it literally counts twice. Now, letter values. Every tile has a little number in the corner. Common letters like E, A, and O are worth almost nothing, like 1 point. But rare letters, Q, Z, X, J, those are worth 8, 10 points, sometimes more. And listen, this is the juicy part. The board's got special colored squares. Light blue squares double just that letter's score. Dark blue triples it. But the pink and red squares, those double or triple the entire word's score, not just one letter. Oh, and here's a genuinely wild bonus. If you manage to use all 7 of your tiles in one single turn, that's called a bingo, and you get an automatic 50 extra points slapped on top. What if your letters are garbage and you can't make anything? You've got options. You can skip your turn, or you can trade some tiles in for new ones from the bag, as long as there's still more than 7 tiles left in there. Not every word flies. You can't use proper names, abbreviations, hyphenated words, or made-up nonsense. And if you think your opponent snuck in a fake word, you can challenge it. Look it up. If it's fake, they lose their tiles and turn. But if it's real, the challenger loses their next turn instead. So how does this whole thing actually end? 2 ways. Either the tile bag runs completely empty and someone finally uses every last letter on their rack, game over. Or, if everybody just keeps passing their turns, the game ends there too. Here's the twist at the very end though. Everyone's remaining unplayed letters get subtracted from their score. Holding on to that juicy Q tile because you never found a spot for it, that's going to cost you points. And if someone emptied their rack first, they add up everyone else's leftover tiles and tack that onto their score. Whoever's got the highest score after all that math shakes out, that's your Scrabble champion. And that's genuinely the whole game. All right, that's a wrap. If this finally made Scrabble make sense, smash that like button, drop a comment with your highest Scrabble score ever, and share this with that one friend who always makes up fake words. Subscribe. Next up, another game everyone owns but nobody knows how to play right.